up, polish up, what's up? It's your girl, Polishedsociety with Bliss. I am your certified mindset coach here to help you polish and renew your mind so you can get on your grind. So if you are new to my channel, go ahead, like this video, and be sure to subscribe because here I give you empathy, education, and excitement, all for your mindset. So we can go ahead and get into it. I know y'all wondering what today's topic is all about when I say ownership, but we gonna go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty, all right? So, what ownership is when you start being real with yourself. All right, we gotta just face it. Sometimes we really start getting in our head a lot. We really sit and overthink things. We really tend to let our mind get the best of us. Sometimes we make excuses of why we can't have something or why we didn't do something. Let's be real. The enemy is here to attack your mind. That's right. If you haven't noticed that or realized it yet, it's true. That voice inside of your head is the doubt, the fear, the insecurity, the worry, all of that stuff is really what's holding you back. So I need y'all to really wake up to that truth and that simple fact. With that being said, I remember when I was just at the point where I was doubting everything. I always had vision. I always had exciting goals that I would think about and really want to do, but I kept doubting myself. I kept feeling like it was no way that I would be able to get to the point to even achieving it. So it was just like a dream that I was desiring but didn't achieve. It was like a limitation, really. So we're going to go ahead and talk about something else. We're going to talk about beliefs, all right? So we have two type of beliefs. I'm going to get to this. People don't realize. So you can either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. And when I say that, I mean to tell you that yes, there are two different type of mindsets that people have, and this is really what distinguishes you from the two. Is really the matter of fact of being the haves and the have-nots. If you haven't realized that we really think over about 90,000 thoughts a day, probably more. And if your thoughts are overpowering you with negativity, that would place you in the category of a fixed mindset. Growth mindset are people who really have control over their mind. They have their thoughts under control. They're conscious and aware of the type of thoughts that they're thinking, and they don't allow their thoughts to defeat themselves. So let's be real, we are not perfect, and I'm telling you now, I was the queen of overthinking, worrying, and doubting instead of just trusting and releasing my trust, just believing that there's a higher power above us to make it all happen or to give me the skills to make it happen. So we already know there's two differences, and that's all within your beliefs, your belief system. There's two types of belief systems. So that can limit you from your vision. That can also limit your self-esteem as well. So those thoughts, those attacks of your mind, I'm just letting you know that those are normal things. People have it. The only differences between the haves and the have-nots are really how they control the mindset, okay? And what I mean by that is, like today's topic, ownership. Really, with ownership, it's all about really the first step, which is taking the awareness. So this is where you take time to really think about a reflection of yourself. Really, it's really where you review yourself and say, hey, am I having these thoughts that are holding me back? It's really that simple. Awareness is the first step to identify the type of thoughts that you're having, and when you know that, that kind of gets you over to our next step, which is step two. Step two, I would say, is realizing what mistakes it's causing you. Your thoughts are the first thing that kind of happens in this process of you wanting something. So this is all about taking ownership in why you are not achieving what you want to achieve when you set a goal or you have a vision on something. So our thoughts are something that we have over and over, and if we're thinking constant negative thoughts or self-defeating thoughts over and over, guess what that's going to do? That's going to start making you feel bad. So if you having bad thoughts, it makes you feel bad. Okay? So that's the mistake. Pretty much your feelings. Your feelings is really you're going through a cycle, and your thoughts and your feelings, both of those are in a cycle and rotation and repetition of a constant mistake. And that pretty much makes you go down this phase of making excuses for why you don't have something and why you can't do it. Really, a lot of people are operating out of a state of fear, and it's not really about knowing what to do, it's really about believing in themselves. So I really, really advise everyone to start taking ownership. And when it comes to your thoughts and your feelings always are a part of you that's going to really help you realize what type of thoughts you're having. So it's like a point where you would get with taking ownership is really overall taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility for your own thoughts and your own beliefs. Your your beliefs are what give you the feelings that you have. So just a little about me. I was like overthinking a lot of stuff. I had a lot of different things going on in my life. I'm a mother of three, and I always was in this go get it mentality, but I felt like it was always something bad that was holding me back that would come up. But really, when I really started doing the reflection, I realized that all this time, the things that I was worried about, it was thoughts in my head of the worst case scenario, being in fear and doubt, is really that stuff really was attacking my mind, which made me feel bad, which made me not make a decision to take action on the very vision, goal, or whatever it was that I was trying to accomplish at that time. So, with this being said, taking ownership is really just a self reflection part where you really start being conscious of your own thoughts, being conscious of your own feelings, and really, it's up to you. It's really up to you. It's up to you to make a decision. It's up to you to make a decision, really, to just decide to stop punishing yourself. Yes, you heard me. I said punishing yourself. Because with one thing people not realizing, there are outside things and circumstances and situations that happen, but the one thing that we can do that hurts us more than what the actual situation was is to think it into a bad situation and to feel bad about it before it even happens. It's like you counting yourself out. You're counting yourself out, and you really just making a choice to defeat yourself before you can even try. So that's really what I would say as an excuse. Don't worry, because we are all human and we don't know this stuff in the beginning, but I know that all of the wisdom that I have now was all from the mistakes that I've made in the past, the excuses from my thoughts, the mistakes from the feelings I was feeling over and over and going through that cycle. And all of the wisdom that I now have really just gives me resources. So life is literally a journey of being able to polish through. And that's why I say I'm here to polish your mind so that you can get on your grind. Life is about learning how to polish through. We're not perfect. We don't have control over every single thing that happens, but we do have control over what's built within us, which is our mind, our thoughts, and our feelings. Our feelings come from our heart. You make yourself feel bad when you think bad. So I just wanted to really bring that to you guys' attention and really keep that ownership in the top of your mind, and remember that you are the owner of you. So if you take ownership on your thoughts and your feelings, you can really start to see a difference if you are able to make a decision to stop punishing yourself. So my biggest takeaway in the lessons that I've learned from overthinking, doubting, and being in fear was really that discipline is what really drives your dreams. So when you want something better, you start doing better. And that's really plain and simple. The easiest way I can put it, like my mess turned into a message. And you can sit there and beat yourself up about it. I learned my lesson. Now I'm here to be your blessings. So, with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question and you can answer it in the comments down below. What are you doing to invest in yourself? So, if you haven't realized that cycles repeat itself, so you can be beating yourself up from the internal thoughts that you have within yourself, or it could be who you're surrounded with. So if you are not taking action to invest in yourself, I am your big polishes with bliss, and I'm here to help you if you need any assistance. Just be sure to subscribe to my channel because I do post free tips, techniques, and tricks all to polish and refine your mind so that you can stay on your grind. Go ahead, like this video, share it with someone that you know that may need this information as well. And if you would like to visit the website at polishedsociety.com, you will find some freebies, and those are surprises that I have for you just to help you get through this journey. So I've been there before, and I'm doing all I can within my heart and soul to help you reach your goal. And thank you so much for tuning into this video. Be sure to watch the